pretty much I'm gonna try something different today. Pretty much I'm gonna make a YouTube video on Doctor Who and pretty much John Smith, the character. Pretty much John Smith was a character the third Doctor created and spearhead from space. At the ending of that story, pretty much what happened is, like, the Brigadier John Lepret Stewart pretty much act the Doctor Who, and you're like, Smith, Doctor John Smith, and yeah, but pretty much now that you know that, the 10th Doctor's story, two-parter with the Family of Blood, he pretty much create that persona because he was so kind and were trying to let the aliens live, but yeah, and he tried really hard not to kill them, and technically he didn't. They wanted immortality, and he gave them immortality, but then again, he also gave him like death and just pain. Now, yeah, I know Captain Jack Harkness is immortal, but like at the same time, that's kind of like Goofy immortal. Like he ages, and he eventually dies. And that's all I'm gonna say about that, because anything else would be a spoiler. But pretty much, this image is owned by BBC. Pretty much, the girl with the balloon, she got trapped in the mirror. But Dad got wrapped in warp star. The mother fell in a collapsing star, aka a black hole. And the middle one is pretty much a scarecrow. And yeah, and pretty much he tried really hard. And pretty much what happened was he tried, but like at the end of the first one, it's like they threatened him, like, let's warn your friend or your lover, and he would have died. One of them would have died, because John Smith wouldn't really know, because he was pretty much human. He was completely human. He was an innocent bystander. It wasn't until that boy that stole the watch, which if you haven't seen this episode, it's called The Family of Blood and Human Nature. I think Human Nature the first one, and Family of Blood is the second one. But pretty much, yeah. And the way they did it, you think they was going to kill him off. I mean, like, he was gonna give him the watch, because they saw him like living his life. It shows him with his son, like, children. It shows him growing old and stuff, and the next thing you know is he's on the spaceship, act like John Smith. They pushed him because they thought he was just a regular human being, and then all of a sudden, he wasn't like that. He wasn't human. He was actually a Time Lord. And at that moment, they knew they messed with the wrong Time Lord. And what I said before about the Scarecrow, the glass, the black hole, stuff like that, all that happened. Every single last one of them happened like that. So yeah, um, yeah. Holy shit. So yeah. It's Doctor Who. But pretty much, yeah. And they pretty much invade the school with scarecrows. And yeah. And the doctor went that far. I mean, an inch away before using a gun. And I mean an actual gun. Now, it was 1913, so it wasn't a real gun, but pretty much, he was human. And he saw all, like, the bodies falling and stuff. Because if you didn't know this about the doctor, he fell in the time war. So he pretty much had, like, post-traumatic stress disorder, but not really, just, he had the guilt. He had a lot of guilt. So, yeah. Yeah, like I said, this is an experiment video. I'm also gonna upload another one, seeing if this one have more stuff, because I pretty much just walked around my house, talking to myself, talking about, like, yada, yada. Because I started about, Family of Blood, and losing that loved one, and then I went from Jack and Yunto, and then I went like, that would actually suck. But yeah.